The story of the Knights Templar begins not with war, but with a need, one born from a time of great movement and change. In the early 12th century, as pilgrims from distant lands journeyed towards sacred sites, the roads they traveled were fraught with danger. Bandits and unrest made every step a risk, and the call for protection grew louder. It was in this environment that the Templars emerged. In 1119, a French knight named Hugues de Payens gathered a small group of like-minded warriors. Their mission was simple but noble: to safeguard those making the perilous journey to the Holy City. They approached the ruler of Jerusalem, Baldwin II, and were granted a place to establish their order onto the very grounds where an ancient temple had once stood. This location would inspire their name, the poor fellow soldiers of Christ and of the Temple of Solomon, known to history as the Knights Templar. The Templars were unlike other military orders. They combined the discipline of soldiers with the devotion of monastic life, taking vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. Their white mantles, adorned with a crimson cross, became symbols of their unwavering commitment. As their reputation grew, so did their responsibilities. They were entrusted not only with the protection of travelers, but also with securing important routes and defending key locations. Their efficiency and courage in battle earned them respect, and soon they attracted support from powerful patrons across Europe. But the Templars' influence extended beyond the battlefield. They developed an innovative system of finance that allowed travelers to deposit resources in one location and withdraw them in another, laying the groundwork for early forms of banking. Their network strongholds and administrative centers became hubs of stability in an often turbulent world. Despite their growing power, the Templars remained committed to their founding principles, or so it seemed. As the years passed, their wealth and influence sparked both admiration and suspicion. Yet, in these early days, they stood as a beacon of protection and service, their future still unwritten and their destiny yet to unfold. As the years passed, the Knights Templar grew from a small band of protectors into one of the most powerful and influential orders of their time. Their network of strongholds stretched across continents, their presence felt in both the bustling cities of Europe and the distant frontiers of the East. With their distinctive white mantles and red crosses, they became symbols of discipline, bravery, and unwavering commitment. But with power came complexity. By the mid-12th century, the Templars were no longer just warriors. They were administrators, diplomats, and financiers. Their innovative financial system allowed nobles and pilgrims to safeguard their resources while traveling, and their fortresses served as secure vaults and strategic command centers. In time, their wealth rivaled that of kings, and their influence reached into the highest courts of Europe. Still, the Templars remained dedicated to their mission. They defended important trade routes and safeguarded travelers, their disciplined ranks renowned for their fearlessness and skill. Their training was rigorous, their code of conduct strict, and their loyalty absolute. But as the tides of history shifted, so too did the fortunes of the order. By the late 13th century, the political landscape began to change. Conflicts and shifting alliances weakened the territories the Templars had long defended. When key strongholds fell and their presence in the East diminished, the order found itself at a crossroads. Without their central mission of protecting pilgrims, their purpose was questioned, and their immense resources became a source of envy and suspicion. It was during this time that powerful figures began to turn against the Templars. Rumors and accusations spread, fueled by political motivations and economic interests. The order's secrecy and wealth only added to the intrigue. making them an easy target for those who sought to diminish their influence. In the early 14th century, the tide turned dramatically. Amid growing pressure and suspicion, leaders of the order were called to account. Despite their long history of service and sacrifice, the Templars found themselves facing accusations they could not easily dispel. Their strongholds were seized, their treasures confiscated, and their members arrested. But even in the face of adversity, the Templars remained steadfast. Their legacy, forged through courage and dedication, endured beyond the trials they faced. Though the order itself was eventually disbanded, the stories of their bravery and their contributions to history continued to inspire. Though the official end of the Knights Templar came in the early 14th century, their story was far from over. Their sudden fall only added to the air of mystery surrounding them. Questions arose. How could an order so powerful and respected be dismantled so quickly? What became of their vast wealth and the knowledge they had gathered over centuries? As their strongholds were seized and their leaders brought to trial, some members of the order vanished from historical records. Whispers of hidden treasures and secret documents began to circulate. Some claimed the Templars had safeguarded sacred relics or ancient wisdom. Others believed they had taken their wealth and influence underground, continuing their mission in secrecy. The most enduring mystery of all was the fate of their supposed treasure. The Templars had accumulated resources from across Europe and the East, yet when their properties were confiscated, much of their wealth was nowhere to be found. Stories of hidden vaults and lost riches spread far and wide, capturing the imagination of historians and treasure seekers alike. But beyond the myths and legends, the Templars' true legacy lay in the institutions they helped shape. Their innovative financial practices laid the foundation for modern banking systems. Their strategic fortresses influenced military architecture for generations. Even their ideals, discipline, loyalty, and service, left a mark on chivalric codes and military orders that followed. As the centuries passed, the Templars became symbols of mystery and resilience. They were portrayed in literature and art as both noble protectors and enigmatic figures guarding ancient secrets. Their story inspired countless theories and tales, from hidden relics to secret societies, ensuring their name remained woven into the fabric of history. Today, the Knights Templar stand as a reminder of a time when faith, duty, and ambition shaped the world. Whether seen as guardians of the sacred or keepers of untold mysteries, their influence endures, a testament to the power of honor, courage, and the enduring quest for knowledge.